Have you ever wondered why self-love and acceptance seem so elusive? In a world that often emphasizes perfection and conformity, it's no surprise that many of us struggle with accepting ourselves just as we are. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need to be more, do more, have more, and in the process, we may lose sight of the most important person in our lives, ourselves. Self-love is not about narcissism or self-absorption. It's about recognizing your worth, embracing your uniqueness, and treating yourself with kindness and respect. It's about acknowledging your strengths and your weaknesses, your successes and your failures, and still being able to say, I am enough. If you're enjoying this video so far, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Yet for many of us, self-love is a difficult concept to grasp. We've been conditioned to criticize ourselves, to focus on our flaws, to compare ourselves to others. This self-deprecation can lead to negative self-perceptions, low self-esteem, and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression. On the flip side, self-love can have profound positive impacts. When you love and accept yourself, you're more likely to pursue your passions, to stand up for what you believe in, to set boundaries, and to take care of your physical and mental health. You become more resilient, more confident, and ultimately happier. And here's the beautiful thing about self-love. It's not a destination, but a journey. It's a lifelong process of growth and self-discovery. It's about constantly striving to be the best version of yourself, not for anyone else, but for you. But how can one embark on this journey of self-love? How can we shift from self-deprecation to self-appreciation? It starts with understanding your worth, overcoming negative self-talk, embracing your imperfections, practicing self-care, and building resilience. These are the pillars of self-love, and they will be the focus of our discussion in the following scenes. So, as we delve deeper into the power of self-love, remember this: you are unique, you are valuable, and you are worthy of love, especially from yourself. Embracing who you are is the first step towards a fulfilling life. Recognize that you are a unique individual with your own set of strengths and weaknesses. In the grand tapestry of life, each of us is a singular thread, vibrant and unique. Understanding your worth begins with recognizing this fundamental truth. You are not a replica, not a carbon copy, but an original masterpiece with a unique blend of strengths and weaknesses. Self-worth is an internal state of being that comes from self-understanding, self-love, and self-acceptance. It's a direct measure of how you view and appreciate yourself despite the negative life experiences and the past mistakes that often cloud this perception. Understanding your worth is like seeing your reflection in a clear, calm lake, unobscured by the ripples of societal expectations or self-doubt. But how do you get to this tranquil state of self-awareness? Let's delve into some practical steps. Firstly, identify your strengths. These are the qualities that make you feel powerful, capable, and confident. They could be your creativity, empathy, resilience, or even your knack for making people laugh. Recognize these strengths and let them shine. They are the starlight that illuminates your worth. Secondly, acknowledge your weaknesses. Now, this may sound counterintuitive, but bear with me. Your weaknesses are not there to diminish your worth, but to highlight areas for growth. They are the challenges that push you to evolve, the shadows that make your strengths shine brighter. By acknowledging them, you are not admitting defeat, but claiming the power to change and grow. Lastly, practice self-acceptance. This is the golden key to understanding your worth. Accept yourself as you are, strengths, weaknesses, and all. Don't compare yourself to others, for each of us is on our own unique journey. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, understanding your worth is not a destination, it's a journey of self-discovery, self-improvement, and self-love. And just like any journey, there will be bumps along the way, but with each step, you're getting closer to your true self. Knowing your worth is like having a compass that guides you towards self-love and acceptance. Negative self-talk is a formidable enemy of self-love, but you can defeat it. Now let's talk about the silent saboteur that lurks in the shadows of our minds, feeding our insecurities and overshadowing our self-worth. That's right, we're talking about negative self-talk. This is the inner dialogue that chips away at our confidence, whispering messages of self-doubt, fear, and criticism. It's like a dark cloud that casts a shadow over the bright light of our self-love. Negative self-talk has a potent influence on our self-perception. It distorts the way we see ourselves, magnifying our flaws and diminishing our strengths. It's like looking at ourselves in a funhouse mirror that distorts our reflection into something unrecognizable, something less than we truly are. But here's the good news. We can overcome this. We have the power to change our internal narrative, to transform the language of self-criticism into the language of self-love. And the first step is to recognize that the voice of negative self-talk is not our true voice. It's an imposter, a masquerader, a false prophet. Once we've identified this imposter, we can begin to challenge its authority. We can question its messages, dispute its assumptions, and confront its distortions. We can use the tools of positive affirmations, mindfulness, and cognitive restructuring to rewrite our internal script. Positive affirmations are like empowering mantras that we repeat to ourselves, reinforcing our self-worth and countering the negative messages. Mindfulness is a practice of being fully present in the moment, of observing our thoughts without judgment, and of choosing to focus on the positive. And cognitive restructuring is a technique that enables us to change our negative thought patterns, to replace them with more positive and realistic ones. These strategies can help us to silence the voice of negative self-talk, to clear the distorted funhouse mirror, and to see ourselves as we truly are. They can help us to reclaim our self-love, to embrace our worthiness, and to celebrate our uniqueness. Overcoming negative self-talk paves the way for self-love and acceptance. Perfection is an illusion. Embracing imperfections is the reality of self-love. Imagine a world where everyone is perfect. Sounds ideal, right? But in truth, it would be a world devoid of uniqueness, a world without individuality. It's our imperfections that make us who we are, that make us human. And it's in embracing these imperfections that we find the true essence of self-love. In this journey of self-love, acknowledging and accepting our flaws is pivotal. They are a part of us, and denying them is denying a part of ourselves. This is not about glorifying our mistakes, but recognizing them as part of our growth. They are the stepping stones that lead us to become better versions of ourselves. But how do we embrace these imperfections? It starts with self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Remember, it's okay to stumble, it's okay to fall. What's important is that you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue moving forward. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend in a similar situation. Next, practice self-forgiveness. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. But often, we are our own harshest critics, holding on to past errors and letting them define us. Instead, learn to forgive yourself. See those mistakes not as defining moments, but as learning experiences, as opportunities for growth and development. And lastly, celebrate your uniqueness. Your imperfections are what set you apart from everyone else. They make you, you. Instead of trying to fit into a mold of societal standards, embrace your individuality. Let your quirks shine. Because at the end of the day, there's only one you in this world, and that in itself is a beautiful thing. In conclusion, embracing our imperfections is not about settling for less. It's about acknowledging our flaws and using them as catalysts for growth. It's about practicing self-compassion and self-forgiveness. And most importantly, it's about celebrating our uniqueness. Accepting your imperfections is a testament to your self-love. Self-care is not just about spa days and bubble baths. It's about taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical health. In the journey of self-love, one of the most critical steps is practicing self-care. It's about nurturing your whole being, about nourishing all aspects of yourself, not just the physical. It's about taking the time to understand your needs and then making an effort to meet them. When we talk about self-care, we often think about treating ourselves to a day at the spa, indulging in our favorite meal, or perhaps curling up with a good book. While these activities indeed serve as excellent forms of self-care, they are only part of the story. Self-care also involves caring for our mental health. This could mean setting boundaries, saying no when we need to, or taking time each day to meditate or practice mindfulness. It's about taking a step back when things become too overwhelming and giving ourselves the space and time to breathe. Equally important is emotional self-care. It's about allowing ourselves to feel our feelings and not pushing them away. It's about being kind to ourselves when we're going through a tough time, reminding ourselves that it's okay not to be okay all the time, and giving ourselves the permission to heal. And of course, let's not forget about physical self-care. This doesn't necessarily mean hitting the gym 5 days a week. It could be as simple as ensuring we're eating balanced meals, getting enough sleep, or taking a walk in the park. In essence, self-care is about taking actions that contribute to our well-being. It's about making choices that reflect the love and respect we have for ourselves. It's about recognizing our worth and treating ourselves accordingly. So how will you practice self-care today? Will you take a few moments to sit in silence and meditate? Will you go for a jog, or perhaps prepare a healthy meal? Will you take a moment to acknowledge your feelings and allow yourself to feel them fully? Remember, every act of self-care, no matter how small, is a step towards self-love. So be kind to yourself, nurture your needs, and make self-care a priority in your life. Caring for yourself is a fundamental act of self-love. Resilience is not about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them head-on and coming out stronger. When life tosses us into the stormy seas of adversity, resilience is our life jacket. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going in the face of adversity. But more than that, resilience is a key component in the journey of self-love and acceptance. Why, you may ask? Well, it's simple. To love ourselves, we need to accept ourselves. And to accept ourselves, we need to acknowledge that life is full of ups and downs, and that's okay. We will stumble, we will fall. But with resilience, we will stand up again, dust ourselves off, and continue our journey. So how do we build resilience? Firstly, we need to develop our problem-solving skills. Life is full of problems, but each problem is an opportunity in disguise. When we face a problem, instead of seeing it as a roadblock, let's view it as a puzzle to be solved. This shift in perspective can make a world of difference and help us to become more resilient. Secondly, effective stress management is crucial. Stress is a part of life, but it doesn't have to control us. We can learn to manage our stress through mindfulness techniques, regular exercise, and maintaining a balanced diet. Remember, a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of social support. We are social creatures, and having a strong support network can significantly boost our resilience. Surround yourself with positive people who lift you up. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. We are stronger together. In a nutshell, building resilience is a journey. It requires effort, patience, and most importantly, self-love. Each setback is a stepping stone on the path to becoming a stronger, more resilient you. And remember, building resilience strengthens your self-love and acceptance. So, embrace the challenges, for they are the chisels that shape the masterpiece that is you. Self-love and acceptance are not destinations, but journeys. This is an important yet often overlooked truth. We've spent the past several minutes discussing the power of self-love, understanding your worth, overcoming negative self-talk, embracing imperfections, practicing self-care, and building resilience. Each of these elements is a stepping stone on the path to self-love and acceptance. Let's revisit those core ideas. First, we explored the power of self-love. Remember, self-love isn't about being self-absorbed or narcissistic. It's about taking care of your own needs, not settling for less than you deserve, and embracing who you are. It's the foundation upon which all other aspects of self-improvement are built. Next, we delved into understanding your worth. This means recognizing your inherent value and not tying your self-esteem to external factors. You are worthy, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. We then tackled the tricky subject of overcoming negative self-talk. Those little voices in your head that sow seeds of self-doubt can be your own worst enemy. But remember, you have the power to change the narrative. Challenge those thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations, and watch how your perspective shifts. Our journey then led us to embracing our imperfections. No one is flawless, and that's okay. Your imperfections make you unique. They add texture to your character. They are not shortcomings, but rather components of your individuality. We also touched on the importance of practicing self-care. This isn't just about indulging in a spa day or treating yourself to a shopping spree. It's about taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. It's about setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, and nourishing your body and mind. Finally, we discussed building resilience. Life will throw curveballs, and it's your ability to bounce back that defines your strength. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them head-on, learning from them, and coming out stronger on the other side. Now, as we reach the end of our discussion, it's time to take these concepts from the realm of theory into the realm of practice. This is your call to action. Begin your journey of self-love and acceptance today. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on these concepts. Practice affirmations, set boundaries, celebrate your uniqueness, and remember, it's okay to stumble as long as you get back up. We'd love to hear about your journey. Share your thoughts, your successes, your challenges. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. There's a whole community here ready to support you and cheer you on. Don't wait for tomorrow, next week, or next year. Start your journey of self-love today. You owe it to yourself. Thank you for tuning into Soulful Self-Care with Mo. If you found inspiration in today's video, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. Choose all notifications so you never miss a moment of self-care wisdom. Until next time, take care of your amazing self.